friends. Thank you for joining me on your mats. I hope you're feeling well. Today, this week, I'm working with, the 8 limbs of yoga. And today, in this class in particular, we're gonna work with the limb number 2, which is niyamas. And under the niyamas falls also what we call shaucha, santosha, and tapas. So basically translates shaucha, it's to for us to basically cleanliness, right? To keep the mind uncluttered, and so is the body. So think of you when you come to your mat, you want to cleanse everything, not only the physical body, but also the mind. Santosha translates to contentment, so on and off the mat, right? We, as human beings, we're always wanting more, right? So, if I get this house, I'm gonna be happier, I'm gonna be more content. And then you get the house, then you're looking forward to something else. So keep that in mind when you step on your mat. How can you be content with your body, with whatever comes up to you, at the present moment? So be happy with the opportunity to be on your mat. And then the last one, which is the tapas, which can translate to fire, heat, and purification. So, when we do core work and we build that internal heat, that helps us also to, to cleanse, to purify the body. I always say, like, we want to burn through the crap. So whatever it is that you're carrying in your mind or in your physical body, the tapas are great for that. So those are, the 3 that falls under the niyamas, which is translating basically to the rules of living. And then I think it's great to always go back to, I love the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and the 8 limbs. It definitely helps me to stay grounded and stay focused. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to be focusing on core and also doing some twists and also the upper body, okay? So we're going to actually start right away into child's pose. So bring your arms by the sides of your body. Let your forehead rest on the floor or on the block. So if your forehead is not touching the floor, bring a block or a book, something. And just take a moment here to fully arrive. Your knees can be wide or they can be touching. Let's take a few cleansing breaths. So inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more. Breathe in and breathe out. Final one. Inhale and exhale. Then shifting forward into your tabletop, we're going to start to move through cat and cow right away. Inhale, let the chest shift forward, wrap the shoulders down. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, round your mid-back and upper back. Inhale, lift the heart, engage through the belly. Exhale, round. Do one more time. Warming up the spine and shoulders. And now we're going to start to add a little bit more of dynamic movement. So you're going to inhale, arch, exhale, press back, child's pose. Inhale for cow, exhale, child's pose. 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Come back to the tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, curl the toes, hover the knees, round the spine, tuck your chin. Inhale, bring the knees down. Lift the gaze. Exhale, curl the toes, round the spine, hover the knees. For those of you that are feeling strong, keep going with the knees off the ground. So again, you can do cow with the knees on the ground, or you can bring it down. One more time. And bring the knees down. Press back, child's pose. Just notice, just pause, observe. And then keeping your forearms on the ground, we're going to start right away with the little dolphin here to start to get into that heat. So keep your forearms down, relax your neck here, walk your feet forward. You can bend your knees as much as you need. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, press through the forearms. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Wrap your arms by the sides of your body. Stretch your arms forward, curl the toes under, press up and back, downward facing dog. So today it's going to be a lot of heat, a lot of fire in the class, but we're going to bring it down and cool things down towards the end. So don't worry, it's going to be well balanced. Take a moment here, run a scan through the body, notice how you're feeling at this moment. How's your mind, the breath, the energy, the physical body? Remember, it's important to take a moment to ground yourself, to really tune in. Start to let go of the external noise, the external distractions, so you can always move with intention, with awareness, with mindfulness. Start to walk to the top of your mat. Take as many steps as you need. Take an inhale, press your hands on your shins. Lift with a flat back and exhale, release. One more time, breathe and lengthen. And breathe out, fold. Last one. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Tone the belly, soften the shoulders. Exhale to bow. Grab your elbows, opposite hands. Take a moment, sway a little bit, shake your head, yes and no. So think of this opportunity as for you to purify, to clear space, to unclutter. Bend your knees generously, slowly round your spine so you can come all the way up. Sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, slowly fold, flat back. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank, hold. We have 3 breaths here. You can always bring your knees to the floor if you need. Otherwise, keep those hips about shoulder height. Yes, neck nice and long. Press the earth away from you. Pull the belly in. Firm up those quads. Take another inhale. Stay for the exhale. Last one. Stay with me. Inhale. Shift forward if you need. Bring the knees to the floor. Lower down. Untuck the toes. Lift your chest, cobra pose. Wake up your legs and release. Downward dog. So remember, if you need more, you can always press to the top of a push-up and downward dog. You're going to lower down also with the knees off the ground. Otherwise, the knees can come down. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Breathe and lengthen. Breathe out, fold. Inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, pull the energy right back down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, create space. Exhale, step back, hold. So we're waking up the core slowly here. Good. Now, you're going to stay here and slowly shift forward to your tippy toes, slowly back. So think of a saw motion here. You may feel this a little bit on your wrists. You can always do this on your forearms as well. So keep moving back and forth. Squeeze through the belly. Claw those fingers on your sticky mat. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Shift forward, lower down. Hands wide, spider cobra. Lift those elbows. Inhale, lift. Hold it here. Shift your gaze to the left and to the right. Chin towards your chest and slowly release. Press up and back, downward facing dog. At any point, if you're just feeling too much heat, you can always exhale through the mouth a few times. But see if you can keep that prana, what we call prana, which is basically energy. Keep that in the body, inside the body. Bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top of your mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale to rise. Exhale, right back down. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank, hold. We're gonna do those hip dips, my friends. So you're gonna roll the toes to the right, dip your left hip, come back to center, to the other side. Knees can always come down to the floor, or you can just hold your plank here. Stay with me, press equally through the hands. Do this one more time each side. Back to center, slowly lower down. Inhale, back bend of your choice, open the heart, no rush here. And release. Downward dog. Find stillness, reconnect to your breath, to whatever intention, whatever brought you to your mat today. Remember, there's no separation, so it's mind, body, spirit connection here. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, chair pose. Cactus your arms here. I want you to relax through the shoulders. Breathe here. Start to let that fire build into the legs, so the quads, the core. Weight towards your heels, chest open. Take another breath. Exhale, sit a little deeper here. And slowly fold. Take an inhale, lengthen. And exhale, step your left foot back. Raise your right arm to the sky. Take a twisted lunge here. Brighten the fingers. Reach the crown of the head forward, so lengthen through the neck. Slowly release. Inhale to rise. High lunge. You're gonna lace the fingers behind your back. We're gonna fold. So if your balance is not there today, you can always bring your heel to the ground or your knee. Lift the chest and then slowly fold. Release any tension from the neck, from the shoulders, your face. Rinse those knuckles away from the spine. One more breath here. You're gonna frame your foot, step back to your plank. Again, option to always just hold here. Otherwise, you're gonna come down to the forearms and press yourself up. And keep going here, but move it slow with control. Engage through the belly. Remember to use your breath. Again, you can always just hold a forearm plank if you want. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Take a mindful, slow breath in, and an even slower breath out. Raise your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot forward. Knee over your ankle. Fully arrive into the pose. Raise your left arm. Another breath here. Slowly frame your foot. Tap into the strength of the legs and the core. Inhale to rise. Square off the hips. Knit those ribs together. Breathe. Soften where you can. Lace the fingers behind your back. Take another inhale. Peel the chest open. Exhale to fold. Again, if you feel too wobbly, if you're struggling, bring your knee down to the floor or bring your heel down to the floor. Gaze back towards the big toe. Trust yourself. Stay present. Release the hands to the floor to frame your left foot. Step back to your plank. Hold it here. Final one, final variation here. Either hold your plank or do tap your shoulders. Slow, but not too much movement through the hips here. Doesn't have to be super fast. Keep the belly strong. So you're tapping the right shoulder with the left hand, left shoulder, right hand. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly move through your flow. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Allow the spine to get nice and long as you continue to soak your palms into the sticky mat. The legs are nice and heavy here as you shift the weight into the lower body. Bend your knees, look forward, make your way to the top of your mat. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair pose. Reach your arms back here. Think as if you were wearing a little cape. So sit nice and low. Lace the fingers, stretch those knuckles back and down. One more breath here. Sit a little bit deeper. Keep that belly strong. And then slowly fold. Take 3 breaths here. Breathe deeply into the back of the legs. So let's open, the hamstrings. Release the low back. Open the shoulders. Enjoy this moment. Try not to travel into the future just yet. Stay here. That's where life is right now. And then release your hands to the floor. You're going to step your left foot back. Raise your right arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Frame your foot. Inhale, rise, high lunge. So this is all familiar to you. Once you arrive into your pose, just try to feel what's happening internally. Maybe shift your gazes lightly. All right, friends, listen carefully. You're gonna cactus your arms. Take your left elbow under the right. So stack your elbows. Your palms may or may not touch. If they don't, just bring the back of the hands. Now lift your elbows about shoulder height and then slowly fold. So we were here before, but now we're doing a different arm variation. Reach those fingertips forward. Breathe deeply in between the shoulder blades. The belly is nice and strong. The legs are strong. And just release the hands to the floor. Straighten both legs here. Find a little pyramid pose. You can either stretch your arms forward or you can walk the hands back. Just allow the legs to get long, but you still have a soft bend on your knee. Two more breaths. Let the torso drape over the legs. Final one. Start to transfer the weight towards your right foot and find a standing splits. So the hands can always come to the floor or a block. If you want to challenge your balance today, you can take your right hand behind your calf. Maybe keep one hand there. Maybe wrap the left hand on top of the right. And take a bind here. So gaze down. Keep your neck nice and long. Keep hugging muscle to bone and that standing leg. One more breath here. Step your left foot all the way back. Now step your right foot back. You know what to do. Move like you. Again, you can always bring your knees down. Inhale to cobra or upward dog. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths in your resting pose. Remember, you can always take a child's pose as well. That's the beauty of yoga. You choose what best serves you. Final one, big breath in. Slow breath out. Raise your left leg to the sky. Step your left foot forward. Raise your left arm. Breathe in. Frame your foot. Breathe out. Inhale to rise. High lunge. So first take a couple of breaths here so you can stabilize. So remember, we use the alignment to stabilize, to gives us stability, so we can fully experience the pose. Cactus your arms, take an inhale, exhale, right elbow under the left. Find Garuda arms. Lift your elbows slightly, keep a long spine and then slowly start to fold. So you're lifting your tailbone slightly here so you're not collapsing into the hip joint. Reach the fingertips forward, but soften the shoulders down away from your ears. Wake up your legs. Pull the navel towards the spine. Breathe. Release your hands to the floor. Extend through the front leg. Maybe you need to hop that back foot forward a little bit, but make sure both heels are touching the ground for pyramid pose. Use your props if you need them. Remember, there's never shame in modifying a pose or skipping a pose. Try not to judge yourself. What you need today at this moment may not be the same thing you need tomorrow. That's why it's important to be honest with yourself, to pay attention. Slow down the breath. One more. Big breath in, filling up the lungs to capacity. Stay for your exhale. Transfer the weight towards your left foot. Raise your right leg, standing splits. Lots of energy through both feet. Maybe you take the half bind. Maybe you fully bind, taking the right hand on top of the left. Make sure the leg is not getting lazy. Remember, energy through the foot. Press. One more. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Move like you. Follow the breath. Downward dog. Take your right leg high. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise, high lunge. All right, friends, you're gonna have two options here to twist, so you can open your arms sideways, or for a little bit more, take the hands to the heart center. Take a big breath in, keep the hips square. Exhale, hook your left elbow outside your right leg. So the tendency will be that right hip trying to shift forward. Keep drawing your hip back. Press that, resist that leg against your elbow here. One more. Knee, back knee can always come down to the floor. Slowly come back to center. Breathe. Pause. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus your arms. Take your left elbow under the right. So we were here not too long ago. All right, we're gonna add a balancing pose here. So you're gonna slowly start to transfer the weight to your right leg. Draw your left knee towards your chest. Bend your right knee deeply. Wrap your left leg over the right. Your big toe can stay on the ground for a little more support. Or you can hook that big toe behind your leg or towards your ankle. Make sure your chest is not facing the floor. The chest is nice and open. So think of stacking the shoulders over the hips. One more breath here. And slowly release. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out to flow or to step back to downward dog. Raise your left leg high. Step your foot forward. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Hands to the heart center, or again, you can always extend your arms. Take a breath in. Exhale, add that twist. Press firmly through the palms. Zip up through the belly. Wake up that back leg. One more. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch your arms. Exhale, cactus. Right elbow under left. And then whenever you feel ready, transfer the weight to your left leg. Wrap the right leg over left. So remember, the more you bend your knees here, the easier it will be to balance. Lift the shoulders, the elbows to shoulder heights, hand away from the face, square off the hips, and breathe. Last breath here. And release. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart center. One more, breathe in. And breathe out, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, move like you. We meet in downward dog. Take 3 breaths here. Check in with yourself, tune in. Find contentment in the present moment, in this resting pose. Remember that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And raise your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise, high lunge. All right, we're gonna add a little bit more. So we're gonna twist again. You do have the option to extend the arms. You can take the hand to the elbow to the knee, or you can add a bind as well. So if you wanna bind, you're gonna hook that elbow outside the leg, then take your left hand under, wrap your right leg around, and the fingertips may or may not touch. But the trick here really is to keep that back leg super strong, lengthen through the spine, and trust. How can you soften here? Slowly release. Come all the way up, slow with control. Lace the fingers behind your back. Inhale. Exhale to warrior 3. So you're gonna float that left leg, lift your chest. So there's a lot going on here. Keep that standing leg strong. Pull that belly in. So this requires also, lots of core balancing. Keep the heart lifted. Slowly come back to high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale to frame your foot, just find downward dog. Maybe even child's pose. Slow down the breath. If you're in child's pose, come back to downward dog. Raise your left leg. Step your foot forward, knee over ankle, rise. Stabilize, square the hips, breathe. Again, either extend your arms or take the hands to the heart center. Inhale. Exhale, twist. If you're gonna bind, your right hand at this time comes under the leg. The left arm wraps around. And you may not have the same range of motion, the same mobility here. Stay present, focus. One more. Mindfully come back to center, high lunge. And lace the fingers behind your back. Take an inhale. Exhale to warrior three. With the bind. If it's too difficult to balance with the bind, remember you can always release your hands to the floor or bring them to airplane or at the heart center. And slowly step back. High lunge, inhale. Exhale, frame your foot. You can flow here, or you can just press back to downward dog. Keep the spine long, the legs, the neck. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Two more times. Breathe in. Audible exhale. Final one. If you can, from your downward dog, you're going to slowly bring your forearms to the ground, but see if you can touch both of them at the same time. So breathe in and breathe out. Start to bend your elbows slowly, coming into that dolphin once again. Option to raise one leg for a couple of breaths, and then switch sides. Pull the belly in, engage through the upper back. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Listen to your breath. Give yourself permission to just be here, to just relax. Give your shoulders a break. Know where they need to go. You need to be just here, just now. And then slowly just come to a seated position. We're gonna add a little bit, do a little bit more work here with the hamstrings, and we're gonna twist a little bit more as we start to cool down and just, bring everything down low to the earth. So two options here. You can do one leg at a time, or you can try to do both legs, but make sure you have your sits bones nice and rooted here. So option 2, hold your shin, or if you can, if you have the flexibility, you're gonna bind your big toe. Remember, your knees can be bent here, but lift the spine. So you extend one leg. If you can, you're gonna do both legs at the same time. So remember, you can keep your legs in tabletop here, or slowly you start to extend both your legs. Keep your chest nice and open. Yes, good. Maybe you even use the wall behind you to support. Yes, good work. Stay here for one more breath. And slowly release. Wrap your shins, lengthen the spine. And then extend your right leg. Bend your left knee. Square the shoulders towards your right leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to take your left hand either to your shin or to the outer edge of your foot. Your right hand is in line with your right hip. So you're twisting here. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend that left elbow. Start to bring your ear towards your knee. Breathe, relax the shoulders. Keep flexing those toes. Now release that twist and just fold over the leg. Remember, your hands can be on the floor, on your shin, ankle, or around your foot. Square and level the shoulders. Breathe deeply into that low back and the back of the leg. And then slowly walk the hands back and release. We're going to switch sides here. So extend your left leg, bend your right knee. Sit nice and tall. So remember, we're doing opposite. So the left hand stays in line with the hip. Right hand, reach to your shin or your foot. So the outer edge of your foot. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend into the elbow so you can start to rotate to that rib cage. Take another slow breath here. Slowly release that twist, and now just fold over your leg. Take the slowest inhales and exhales you can possibly take all day. Slowly start to walk the hands back. You're gonna open your legs wide. I like to rock my hips back just a little bit. So again, I can find my sits bones. The toes are pointing up towards the ground. And then you have two options here. You can do something a little bit more active and really work towards that stretch. But again, not forcing to the point that you're like in pain, or you can just round your spine and fold. So see where you are today. If you want to be more active, you will lengthen the spine, press the chest forward, flex through the feet. Otherwise, you can round your spine and fold. Keep a soft bend on your knees. But the trick here really is to try not to resist the stretch, right? Once you start to transfer and grip, then it becomes really uncomfortable. See how you can use gravity here to help you? And then slowly start to walk the hands back. Take an inhale. Slow exhale. Now turn your shoulders, so square your shoulders over your left leg and then start to fold. But keep your right sit bone on the ground as you do this. We have 5 slow breaths here. Saucha is usually translated as cleanliness, while cleanliness is of course aesthetically desirable and necessary to maintain the optimum functioning of the nervous system. The word also describes a mind which is clear, uncluttered, and straightforward. 2 more breaths. Santosha, contentment, satisfaction, the equanimity that sees things as they are, undistorted by expectation, need, or fear. Slowly come all the way up. Square the shoulders towards your right leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly fold. Tapas, fire, heat, brilliance. It is usually translated as austerity, and as a result, the popular image of yoga is of a discipline involving, in fact, the words describe yoga as a process of transmutation and inner alchemy that burns away the dross of imperfection. This purification is as much physical as moral or intellectual. This purification is natural because it is the nature of the body to throw off any impurities. 2 more breaths. Slowly start to walk the hands back. Mindfully bring the legs to touch. You can plant your feet on the ground, windshield wipe your legs. And then if you feel ready, you're gonna make your way down to your backs. Once you get there, lengthen through the spine. Make sure your sits bones are, not sits bones, your sacrum is on the ground. Hug your knees in. Plant your palms on your knees and start to draw circles here, massaging that low back. Just notice anything that might be left in there. And your knees can move to the same direction or opposite direction. And then reverse. Keep your left foot on the ground, or you can extend your leg. Extend that right leg and take your hands behind it can be behind at the belly of the hamstring, or you can walk the hands a little bit higher for a little bit more sensation. The leg may start to, twitch a little bit here. And that's okay, it's part of the process. Make sure the shoulder blades stay on the ground, wake up your toes. With each inhale, think about visualize creating more space to the back of the leg. With each exhale, soften a bit more, maybe bring the leg a little bit closer to the chest. For the next 2 breaths, you may stay here, otherwise you lift your shoulders off the ground. Bring the forehead towards your shin, shin towards forehead as you bend your elbows east and west. And then slowly release. Bring your shoulders down. Take a half happy baby here. Getting a little bit more into the hip, the hamstring, the low back. Try to keep the upper body soft and easy. 2 more breaths. And then you're gonna wrap your right leg over the left, just like we did earlier today with Garudasana. So twist your legs like ropes. I like to shift my hip out to the side a little bit, so to the right. Let the knees fall to the left. Open your arms to a T or cactus. So the knees fall to the left, you turn your gaze to the right. Breathe deeply into the right side. Two final breaths here. Mindfully come back to center. You can windshield wipe the legs if you need. Make sure you bring the hips back under the shoulders. And then again, keep that right foot on the ground. Raise your left leg. You may extend your leg if you want. That's going to be probably a little bit more intense. And then choose where you want to place your hand. It may not be the same as you did on the other side. For now, keep your shoulder blades on the ground. As soon as you feel resistance in your hamstring, you want to pause there. Be kind to yourself. Which is also one of the 8 limbs of yoga, right? The yamas. And under the yamas, which is ahimsa, which is non-harming. Always being kind to ourselves so we can be kind to others. Taking care of our bodies. You may stay here, or you can start to lift the shoulders, bring the leg a little closer. So forehead towards shin, shin towards forehead, soften, breathe. Stay here for another breath. Mindfully release, bend your left knee, take the half happy baby. Just be mindful so you don't roll towards one side more than the other, but stay active. You're drawing the knee closer to the floor, pressing the foot up towards the ceiling. Let's breathe in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more cleansing breath, inhale. Exhale. slowly release. You're gonna cross the left leg over the right. You may want to shift your hips a little bit to the left and then twist your legs. Let the knees fall to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. One final breath here. Slowly release that twist, come back to center, adjust your hips. Take a full happy baby. If you want to rock, rock. And then release, wrap your forearms around the shins, take your forehead to your knee. Say something kind to yourself, squeeze everything nice and tight. And release for Shavasana, extending your arms and your legs. Make yourself comfortable. This is the most important pose, my friends. This is your opportunity to allow the body to receive all the benefits of yoga. Adjust hips, shoulders. Let go of the deep inhales and exhales. Just allow yourself to breathe naturally here. Notice the body, the limbs feeling heavier as you soften a little bit more with each exhale. You may stay here as long as you like, otherwise start to breathe life back into your fingers and toes. Gently move your head from side to side. And at your own time, reach your arms overhead, hug the knees in. Either roll to your favorite side or rock yourself to a seat. Bring the hands to the heart center. Bow your head slightly. Expressing honest gratitude towards yourself, towards your body, for the opportunity to be here, to purify, to cleanse, to unclutter, so we may find more contentment. Thank you for sharing your time with me. From my heart to yours, namaste.